Hi, welcome to Wellspecs.com, empowering trading and investments. Today we'll see Aqua Fund Part 2 as we committed earlier. Here we are getting into the numbers of the fund. What is the size of this fund? How this fund is going to perform? What are the kind of returns that we can anticipate out of this fund? So this will be purely a number game. This will be slightly a longer presentation which may go for around 15-20 minutes time. So here is the offer for you. If you are going to sit through the whole presentation, at the end of the presentation you will find a very unique offer. The announcement will come after the presentation is over. Enjoy Aqua Fund.
BNP Paribas Aqua Fund, offered to you by BNP Paribas Asset Management. Let us go through the contents. Here we will see about the introduction to Impax Asset Management, which is going to handle this fund, this team, Impax Asset Management team. Number 2, why water is an investment opportunity. Number 3, we will see the investment approach and the ESG integration, environmental, social, governance integration. Number 4, about the fund, Lux Fund, BNP Paribas Aqua Lux Fund. And at last we will see the fund details. Introduction to Impax Asset Management. Let's see the team and the overview. Overall, this is a 34.5 billion asset under management, and it's having already 20 years of experience spread across globally in UK, US and many other countries. And you can see the thematic equities and fixed income source and private markets and other areas. Here is a very vital factor. The Impax team now believes the economy is in transition. Like here I'd like to quote a good example. We have seen the case of Ola. Ola came as a technology disruptor into the market and it completely conquered the taxi segment. Something similar is going to happen in water segment also. Growth ignoring negative social and environmental costs. That's a major concern of people now. I'd like to quote a good example. ITC, which was considered as a cigarette company earlier by analysts and fund managers, they kept away from the fund. Subsequently, the numbers increased and now many fund managers are now keeping a very safe distance from ITC funds because it's a cigarette company. That is a kind of concern, social concern what people have about properly channelizing funds from the right resources. So, growth ignoring negative social and environmental costs, that is a major area of concern now, and this will be a major technology disruptor due to customer preferences, social factors, and regulation will come in, government regulation will come in a big way. Even though we have covered, Impax covers new energy, water, sustainable food, agriculture and forestry, water resource recovery and all that, we'll focus on the water part of it. Water infrastructure opportunity for the fund, again in treatment, again in utilities, pollution control solutions, testing and gas sensing, public transportation. If you see overall, a lot of capital expenditure required, especially in terms of water treatment, huge plans to be set up, that too in pollution control solutions and in infrastructure also. Again, when you go further, you can see 14% of Impax asset management funds are being owned by BNP, and the fund value is 14.1 billion. And regular exchange has been happening between both BNP and Impax for a long time. So it's a well net team and which is already working well. And here comes a very vital aspect. The team has already got 17 years of rich experience. If you see the overall team construction as such, this is the main core team which has created the fund. I'll focus on two areas: the ESG risk and portfolio specialist. ESG risk by Lisa and portfolio specialist by Harry. These two people are very keen. I mean, very important for this fund. Both have 21 years and 15 years rich experience based out of UK, London. Water is an investment opportunity. You would have seen US going on war with oil countries with an intention to grab oil from them. Something similar can happen again. A giant like superpower like US might go on war to a country which is having good natural resources like water, and that could be the ulterior intention. I mean, grabbing the water resource could be the ulterior intention behind the war. This can happen. They have already predicted this. This prediction, let us hope so that it doesn't become a reality. That's a different aspect. And now if you see the water supply demand imbalances, 70% of Earth is covered by water, just 2.5% is usable. Out of that, only 0.025% is accessible as surface water. Just see the potential and just see the demand forecast. It's huge. Already we have seen Cape Town, South Africa running out of water. Already we have seen in India, Chennai, Bangalore all running out of water. And it's not only for one or two countries. You can see the same thing happening in Mexico, Cairo, Tokyo, Melbourne, and the list goes on. It will be a big list. Here comes a very vital aspect. See, in India, 80% of sewage in India is untreated and it flows directly. Something which is happening in China also. 80% of wells used by farms and factories and households are unfit for drinking. Take the case of US, 2.4 million gallons, 11 million liters of untreated water onto the streets of downtown Los Angeles. Again, South Africa, we have already seen, Cape Town ran out of water. Growth drivers here will come from three areas. Rising urbanization, that's estimated to be 9 million by 2050. And number two, higher standard of living. Increased urbanization, that's a reason. Number three, aging water resources. Again, aging water infrastructure. Again, that will come to 7.5 trillion to be spent globally over the next 15 years. So you can just imagine the growth scope of this fund. Here we see the growth drivers. Number one will be in the form of a regulation. Government and government regulation will play a very vital part to preserve the water quality in a country. Changing weather pattern. Here 40% of global water deficit they have already predicted. That's by UN in the year 2030. And innovation and technology is the only way in which this can be countered properly. A good example is Israel. Israel was able to handle their water crisis with good technology and with a lot of innovation. I can say that they are the water technology leaders to the world. Then here you can see water is already being traded in markets. Can you believe in Nasdaq in California index futures, water is already being traded. Something similar is already happening in Australia. Riverland Irrigator, specializing in water broking, consulting and conveyancing services. These two are good examples to show that water futures trading is already happening. Aqua represents a diverse set of investment opportunities. One is into water infrastructure, number two into water treatment, and number three into utilities. Utilities in the sense provision of no clean water supply. This is more towards that supply chain management, etc., etc. Yeah, this is again vital. Evolving landscape of solutions requires special focus. If you see, here we see the total opportunity, that's into water reuse, leak detection, flow efficiency. Then comes the technology part. Treating, testing and diagnostics, automated water meter reading, desalination, flow measurement, smart irrigation, water conservation, data and software. From treatment to data and software, all related to water technology, upgradation and innovation, which will happen in a big way. And here we will see the investment approach and ESG integration. ESG is nothing but environmental social governance integration. Yeah, this is another part, very important. Here we have shown the flow chart, how disciplined and repeatable is this approach. It starts from idea generation and then it continues with fundamental research and valuation, portfolio construction, and then self-discipline and stewardship. What we are trying to say here is self-discipline is based on valuation parameter and macro outlook, engagement outcomes. Here is the integrated risk management tool. How it starts, fundamental and proprietary, then integrated and comprehensive, then consistent and dynamic. Aqua scores ESG score of 59.48 when the benchmark score is only 55.83. Sorry, Aqua ESG score is 59.48 when the benchmark score is 55.83. Correct. Another vital thing. Mapping Aquafund to UN Sustainable Development Goals. UN has its own set of agenda. There how it performs. Like it starts from clean water sanitation and it ends in responsible consumption of production. If you see the revenue exposure, it goes up to 70%. Let's go in depth into Lux Aqua, the underlying fund. Here you can see the people behind it, the core team, and you can see the rich experience of these people who have a good track record in the market, and it's a US dollar based currency, and NAV calculations on a daily basis. That's good. We'll know about the performance of the fund on a daily basis and the impact. Fund proposition. Here you can see the portfolio challenge. The world's water resources are under a considerable strain. And the portfolio opportunity. Profitable companies growing faster than the broader market. And the portfolio value, the transition towards a more sustainable global economy. So a lot of scope for the fund to perform. Funding is providing opportunities in 3 areas. Diversification into high active share versus global equities. Number 2, into mid-cap bias. This is primarily a mid-cap fund, has a high exposure towards fast-growing global mid-cap equities. And it also provides a positive environmental impact. Invest in water cycling, efficiency and treatment. Very vital. Portfolio exposure. Portfolio exposure, we have covered the market cap, geography driven and exposure. Let us give emphasis for this water value chain. If you see here, water infrastructure is at 36% and water treatment and efficiency is at 38% and water utility is at 22%. You can see the distribution among these 3 vital areas, which is quite huge and sustainable. And ET exposure is at 51%, which is damn good. Another important matter, holdings and sector breakdowns. If you see, among water utilities and water treatment efficiency and water infrastructure, as an average they maintain more than 2% plus, which is quite good, wherein the distribution is equal among the 3 key areas. Of course, COVID-19 will have its own impact. This is a global phenomenon. We can't do anything about it. This is another important case study. See, in China, there's a company operating. The company is a Chinese-based operator of water supply and power and infrastructure assets they operate. And as a market leader in water industry, it's well placed consolidate water-related assets while its defensive business model lends to stable cash generation. So we have already seen the first case study, which is already doing well. And here, let's look at the second case study. Gold Diversed Utility, this is in France. A French utility giant recycles waste material, generates energy from waste, and treats and recovers wastewater. With a global portfolio of water and waste management assets, which tend to benefit from stable regulatory environment, the company is both relatively defensive and positioned to meet growing demand. Another case study, good case study, doing well. Here you can see the fund performance. Even though the numbers are big here, let us now come down to the portfolio valuation aspect and let us look at the fund performance. Earnings growth is at 18.6%, which is extremely good as per industry standards. That's a very vital figure here. And here if you see the fund performance in INR, Indian rupee, here I'll give the emphasis on the excess return. If you see, it comes to 4.16% in the year 2020. Last 12 months excess return, if you see, it's at 5.54%, which is very good. Here you can see why you should invest in water. The most important factor is over 7.5 trillion to be invested over the next 15 years in upgrading water infrastructure globally. That's one good reason. So many other factors are there. That's one good reason why you should invest in Aqua Fund. About the fund, okay, here let's see asset allocation units of BNP Paribas fund. That's in the range of around 95 to 100%. So it's absolutely a focused fund. On risk, this is as per the compliance procedure. Continued as per compliance procedure. Disclaimer, again compliance, appendix. Here you can see the portfolio construction team and the impacts team and portfolio specialists. Here is another important flow chart. Right from idea generation and screening, how it started. Investment team applies a revenue screen to ensure all potential investee companies meet the criteria for inclusion in the universe. That's one. And then comes the second point. Fundamental research and evaluation. There is a Viper analysis and a 10-step process, which is quite elaborate. Fund portfolio concession and risk management. Portfolio concession, how it is done. A-list approval. Both are now taken care. Here is the last part. Self-discipline and stewardship. Portfolio risk metrics, macro outlook, engagement outcomes taken into account. Everything is covered in this. So nothing is left out. Where we have got this data from.
Thank you for staying back till the end of the presentation. You can apply for Aqua Fund by logging into wealthspikes.com. You can fix an appointment with us. That's number one. Number two, since you have stayed back till the end, here is an offer for you. We have a high-end training for trading. So, since you have stayed back for Aqua 2 till the end, you get an opportunity to participate in the intro seminar of this high-end training. But please remember one thing, this is for serious traders. I mean, this is for people who want to do trading on a full-time basis or on a part-time basis, but they should have that inclination to learn trading. So if you have this inclination, please comment below. I want training for trading in the comment section. You will get a link with which you will be in a position to sit through the trading. Thank you.